Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we have got a lock puzzle for you. This one is the special lock. It comes from Jean-Claude Constantin, and as with a few of these lock puzzles, it helpfully comes with a key, and we've got nowhere to actually use the key. So this one is a really expensive puzzle. I think this comes in about £290, so it's about $300 plus. It feels pretty solid metal. I don't know how difficult this one's going to be. I've not really seen much about it, but hopefully it'll be fun. I'm sure it's going to be interesting, and let's take a closer look at it now. Okay, here we go. Let's take a closer look at it. So I will just take the key off here. It's just held on with a string. I don't think that's, maybe it is relevant, but I don't think it's going to be relevant to the actual puzzle. So this is all we've got to open it, and the key. If we have a look around the lock, you can see there's some screws here, and down the side some more welded pieces, and the aim is obviously to try and open this bit here. It feels fairly firmly shut. Can't hear anything rattling around when I give it a shake, so I don't know if there's any internal bits that you need to move blind, like some puzzles. So not many clues there. Obviously no keyhole for our key that we've got, although this doesn't really look too much like it's going to be working in a keyhole. This key here, this end here doesn't look particularly like it's going to work. I don't know if it's been manufactured intentionally in this way or not, but there's a bit of a kind of one-sidedness to it that doesn't seem to look like it would actually work. Okay, so I am going to get into the solution for this, hopefully. We'll see how I get on. If you want to check this out further, I'll leave a link in the description below. If you want to see a solution, stay tuned for that. If you don't, then I'd recommend stop watching at this point. So let's bring in our coffeeometer. This is the new official way of judging how long it takes to solve a puzzle. And let's get cracking on this. So we've got this key. It looks pretty firmly in place. There doesn't seem to be any kind of give to it. So there's no, I don't think there'll be any tapping, possibly. No. So this side's not got so many pins, it's got a few up here, but this one seems to have a lot more, so presumably that's some kind of a clue. I don't know if we could use this to try and remove these pins. It doesn't seem like it's going to work. Wedge under. No. Pretty sure it's not going to be magnetic. Doesn't feel like there's any kind of pull or anything like that. So I reckon this is... Sometimes you get the key and the key is completely redundant, but I don't know, I feel like it's probably going to be used in this one. So on this side, I don't know if we can see this, on this side, these seams seem pretty tight, but I've just noticed on this side there seems to be a wee bit extra seam, a little bit of space in there. I wonder if you can see that end of that is actually pretty flat. I wonder if I can get it in there and just kind of wedge it maybe. No, it's not quite enough of a gap to get that in. And here? No. So this side it looks pretty certain that the lock is going to be coming out here rather than here. This hinge looks pretty well. Looks pretty real. Although no, some of these locks, they just deceive you by making it open in a completely different way. Some of these pins look a little bit. Take it out. So I've got to try and work out what's holding that in place. This here, possibly. So some of these pins definitely look a bit more, I don't know, they all look a little bit raised up off the actual level of the padlock, but I reckon maybe we can prise some of these pins out. Because this end looks really unnaturally flat. I don't think you would design it that way unless that was intended to be used in some way, I think. That one actually, yeah, there's definitely a bit more of a, so this pin here, let's see if you can see it. It is actually moving. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this or not. I don't really want to break the puzzle, but it's definitely moving and definitely coming out a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I'm assuming that's not the entire solution. Let's see. So we've got this clasp here, and that's obviously being held in place by, oh, I really don't want to break this, but yeah, that's being held in place by this one. So that was definitely a right move. And then we've got this little bit here, which looks like a good size for this. No, try. Maybe we need to do more lifting of pins. Don't seem to be able to get into this one. No, it looks like this is. I reckon we want to push, there's a little pin in there, I reckon we just want to push that. I don't know if that's moving or not, I can't really tell. Try and angle this. It's not really moving. Push it down. Hang on. Okay, so if you can actually twist this key and look, it's going right in. Just look. Does that do anything? Oh, and that's it. Okay, there we go. So we just need to twist this key in. I guess at the end it's, oh, let's see if we can lock it again. It's come out. Yeah, so we get to a point about there, and we can open it, and then if we untwist it a bit further, it's locked back up again. So I guess we're just releasing the clasp inside there. That's quite cool. So that's pretty neat. It wasn't as difficult as it was. With these lock puzzles, it's quite difficult. Sometimes they are really difficult, sometimes they're easier, but it can depend how quickly you find the right step, because sometimes you can find it just by luck quite quickly. I found that quite quickly, but pretty cool puzzle. Let's have a look at our coffeeometer. Not particularly touched, so that wasn't too long. But a pretty cool, neat little puzzle. I like those little steps. That's pretty cool, and it's quite well hidden. I think if you didn't know what this was, you would have very little chance of actually opening it. So there we go, special lock. So there we have it, that was special lock. Let me know what you think about this one in the comments down below. As we found out, it's not massively difficult, but with lock puzzles, sometimes you just stumble across a solution pretty quickly, and sometimes you can be sitting on it for days not getting anywhere. I think this one's a really cool addition to any collection. It is expensive, as I said, so not for everybody, but definitely one that I'll be keeping in the collection here. That's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give us a subscribe, thumbs up, it really helps us out. But we'll see you in the next one.